Do you love your slot machine? Why? Is it fondness or infatuation? Or do you love the profit you're earning from it? I understand that the heart wants what the heart wants. Uh, I, but why do you like your favorite slot machine? I'm fond of Wheel of Fortune slot machines, the most popular slot machines. Last I checked their website database, IGT had over 500 variations of Wheel of Fortune that they're currently manufacturing. This does not include the versions that they are no longer manufacturing. And and let me show you a few reasons why I love I love it. And let me tell you about that love. I loved Wheel of Fortune slot machines in the back of the high limit room at Horseshoe Casino. Yep, $5,000 right there. That one was mine. And I love them at Horseshoe Cincinnati. I still love them later when that casino became Jack Casino. Yes, that's $10,000. People would watch it spin. It was spinning all the time for me, all the time for me. And people would say, wow, that's spinning a lot. And I'm like, yeah, it'll land on the smallest number. And it would land on the smallest number, except when it didn't. Did you want to see that a little better? Yep, 10,000. Okay. I had other wins on Wheel of Fortunes too. I think that one is, let's see, 5 times 370. It's $1,600, something like that. And this one was a smaller one. These are all high limit machines. Let's see if I can read that. 3,400. No, 480 credit win, 2,400. Right. And this one is another 5,000. That's me. Hello, John. And that one is 6,400. Oh, and many others. I rarely took pictures. It wasn't something. This was before I had before Professor Slots was barely a gleam in my eye, and so that was fun. That's that, and so I love them at Jack Cincinnati. When Horseshoe Cincinnati was purchased, and then I love them when they were casino was purchased from Jack and is now currently a Hard Rock Cincinnati. But I didn't love all Wheel of Fortune slot machines. I just love the ones I won so many hand pays on, as I did in Cincinnati on those highly visible slot machines set up on the back wall with a view over the high limit room entrance, over to the high limit room entrance, out over the table game area. So that's why I was winning. So what slot machine are you most fond of? And why are you fond of it? Go ahead. Tell us in the live chat. I've told you mine, so you tell us yours. Is it the Buffalo machine? Is it, but which Buffalo machine? Is it Buffalo Gold Revolution? Is it Buffalo Ascension? Buffalo Chief? Buffalo Legends? And how about this new rare Buffalo machine, Buffalo Cash? You see that? Buffalo Cash. I haven't found that in any casino other than the one that I where I found it. So if you have that one, let me know. I've searched far and wide for it. Yep. I figured if I say, dancing drums. Yep. Dancing drums. Double Diamond Deluxe. I really enjoy that as well. I had a bunch of hits on those as well. Yep. I should dig out some of my old photos, but it takes too long. Please, Wicked Wheel, awesome. You really should look into the game rules for Wicked Wheel, Homer. I think it's the last page or second to the last page, it's going to blow your mind. It's something we talk about in Slots Labs, so thank you for sharing what slot machine you're most fond of. Uh, but and you know, but why are you fond of it? Go ahead. Those are the Buffalo machines. That last Buffalo Cash is a high limit machine. Can you see that? Hope so. Yeah, you can sort of see across the bottom there. And this is something that we were discussing in my first Slots Labs. Those people who took that will recognize it. And my new Slots Labs is coming up. If you go to professorslots.com and you enter courses sign in, you'll see all my courses. And if you go to, if you click on that Slots Labs, the one that you can see, those of you who have taken courses from me before know where those are at. So you can select either 179 3 easy monthly payments, or $4.99. I've halved the cost of this course after considerable agonizing and doing a business analysis. So it is permanently reduced to half off. Now it's $179 for 3 easy payments, or $4.99, and it is beginning in 11 days during the week of July 30th, which also includes the first few days of August. Whoever signs up by the time registration closes, it's open now. Registration is open now. When registration closes, they will be able to choose. People who sign up for the course, who pay for the course, will be able to choose when we meet that week. So it doesn't meet Sunday, it'll meet Wednesday at 5, something like that. And whatever you guys decide. So it's 11 days from now. That's when registration will close. What you get out of it is lots and lots of conversations with me, whole community, and the framework. If you've had 30 days to play Slots Smarter and Win, my other course here for $97, that doesn't combine strategies. It's the fundamentals course, and Slots Labs is the advanced course. If you sign up for it, each week I will have sessions, lessons, assignments, a whole structure, and you won't see those until the week that comes along. But right now you have access to the welcome section. If you were to just go in and sign in but don't pay for it, you'll be able to watch the video on welcome, and watch the introduction, and watch my main goal for you, and watch the casino overview, and watch how to get the best results. But you won't be able to complete the survey on when we're meeting, because if you're not, if you haven't paid for the course, and you're not in the course. But you're welcome to take a look at those 6 different things to help make your decision. And the pricing options are 3 payments, $179, 1 payment of $4.99. PayPal doesn't allow me to do monthly payments, so PayPal is only available on the $4.99 option. And you get these three things. Strategy calls with me. The 30 days course, if you haven't already purchased it, is free with this as a bonus, and you also get my record keeping templates. And there's more here, and of course the video at the top explains a lot of stuff. So I just want to make sure that you could you see all that? Just want to make sure that you can see it's 11 days from now, and what you would be able to get now if you just go look without a cost. And see what the course is about and all the additional stuff. So I hope that helps. And let's get back to the presentation. Where are you at? There you are. Okay. Um, so this live stream is your opportunity to ask slots questions. I'll start off with a slots topic, which I haven't finished yet, inspired by your emails, comments, and conversations. And if you have a question, start asking now. Also, thanks to my many moderators for help today. I also want to offer my best wishes to my moderator, Paula, who has a minor medical thing happening today. She let me know about an hour ago that everything went well and she's resting. So, getting back to today's live stream topic, what are the games you are most fond of? I saw Dancing Drums. I saw what else? Quick Hits and Buffalo Instant Hit. I haven't seen that one. Double Diamond Deluxe. All right. What else do you like? Wicked Wheel. Do you like the Panda, Fire Phoenix, or is it Hot Stuff? Um, the hot and Dancing Drum Prosperity. Yeah. Yep. Do you like one of the variations of Coin Combo or Coin Trio, Dragon Rush, Dragon Tower, or any of the other Dragon 888, or any of the other Dragon themed slot machines, like Dragon Link, Prosperity Link, Twin Win 2. That's a nice machine at MGM Detroit in the high limit room. Huff and More Puff. I know some people like Huff and Puff, but of course that's came out quite some time ago, and now there's Huff and More Puff. Rake and Bacon. There sure are a lot of slot machine game themes. There sure are a lot of slot machine game themes, with more coming out all the time. And casinos with their slot machine manufacturers love that you search for and want to play your favorite slot machine because you're fond of it. That's big business. Not creating a slot machine you'd enjoy, not quite, but manufacturers working with casinos and other slot channels to promote them. Like IGT promotes pinball. Whoever accepts money from IGT to promote pinball makes some quick cash. Did you know that the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, has a section 317 that, quote, broadcasters must disclose to their listeners or viewers if matter has been aired in exchange for money, services, or other valuable consideration, end quote? It's federal law. So if your favorite celebrity on YouTube or off says, I like this, but doesn't make a reasonable attempt to tell you they got paid to say that, well, that's a problem for them. And do you have fond slot machines that you really, really like because someone told you to? I'm so sorry if you've been hoodwinked. The FCC is there to protect you, just like your local gaming commission. Well, also there to protect you along with getting business income taxes from casinos. The gaming industry, including sports betting and online gaming for real money gambling, has been spreading like wildfire for years because legal. And people are playing them and aren't protected, but the state's like, we didn't get our taxes from the convenience store or the player, and that is something they want to go after. And which but let's not talk about why your state is fond of slot machines, but rather why you are fond of a slot machine. I worry about slots enthusiasts who tell me their favorite slot machine and ask me what mine is. I usually say those I win on. They kind of laugh, maybe roll their eyes, how droll. But I'm being honest. I like the slot machines I win on. There's far too much marketing going on in casinos. I've talked about that in live streams in the past. I'm exposed to far too much marketing even before I get to the casino. I've long since stopped listening to, off the air AM, FM radio. I've stopped listening, watching cable television channels with so many commercials. I don't have an issue with networks paying for their existence, but sometimes it gets to be a bit much. Yes, I know others advertise on my YouTube videos, but at least I get paid for it. Do you? So please think about why you like your favorite slot machine. Are you marketing slot machines for their manufacturer? Because maybe you should get a contract and be paid for that, like other slots channels. It's a bit late though. So many slots channels have started since the beginning of last year that at last year's gaming expo G2E, they basically said no to almost everybody. No, I'm not. We're not going to promote. We're not going to pay you to promote us because there's just so many just getting started. And this year will be even worse. I should say not really worse. It's just sort of a situation. So many slots channels, while the potential audience size for people watching slots channels is only growing as much as it ever has, which is not much and not nearly as much as the slots channel. So what's going on is all slots channels are getting less views because there's only so many views to go around. When the number of slots channels has doubled or tripled or quadrupled, and the audience has not. In today's topic, I've been talking about your favorite slot machine, and I wish all my fans, and maybe you too, you do, choose your favorite slot machine based on if you're winning. I saw someone say Mustang Money. I saw somebody say, that Quick Hits, Pentablack, Quick Hits has given me all my hand pays. Only one hand pay on bonus times 2, 5, 10. Congratulations on all the hand pays. I'll get to that in just a second. So I wish all my fans, and maybe you, that you choose your favorite slot machine based on if you're winning on it, rather than because you've been exposed to some truly insidious marketing. If you love playing your Buffalo machine, don't let me stop you. The heart wants what the heart wants, right? But please, when choosing which Buffalo machine to play, please pick the one on the end of the row or the one in the circular carousel that's highly visible from people going up and going past it and coming to it. So please, for me, you won't regret it. Be sure to like this. Be sure to like this live stream to help to draw in more slots enthusiasts by signaling the YouTube central server algorithms that it's like it's your favorite casino. The more the merrier. And let me check some of the comments here, and we'll get into questions. There you are. And so let's see where we're at. Lots and lots of questions. Robert, a relatively new fan, was asking me how hot it got. A few days ago, it was supposed to be 105, and it got up to 103. I'm never lived in Reno in July before, never visited or anything like that. And so it is, yes, there's this question. So I didn't know what to expect. It's a desert out there, but it's a high desert, so it doesn't usually get too warm. It's the warmest it's ever been. And Mary Ellen says, good evening. Good evening. And Robert says, hello, everybody. Hello. It's lots of fun. One of my moderators says hello. Hit the like, would you? Did you? Robert Reed says Double Diamond Deluxe is his favorite. Tasha says, I love dancing drums. I know several people who love dancing drums. Yeah. And it's lots of fun. Says, I like the Buffalo Instant Hit, but seldom land any progressives or features other than the free games, and it usually triggers 5 or more times. Okay. Homer likes Wicked Wheel. I think I asked which one. The Panda, Fire Phoenix, and Hot Stuff. Yeah, Panda and Fire Phoenix have those game rules where you want to look at. Hot Stuff does not have it. Something you can make the most of. Something we talk about in Slots Labs. Pinta Black says, long-term fan. Quick Hits has given me all my hand pays. Only one hand pay was on a bonus times 2, 5, 10. Yeah, understand. And Denise is coming in through Facebook and says, hello, John. I'm also on Facebook, not just YouTube while my live streams are going. Professor Slots Enthusiast is the name of my business profile. I love my slots, but even more when they hit a hand pay, right? Right? Because someone won 11,000 plus on a Buffalo with an 88-cent bet. Someone always does. But was it a highly visible machine on the end of a row with a view of somebody, what's up across from the high limit room or across from the well, whatever, casino landmark? Mary Ellen has a question. My favorite slot is a 2x4x5, $1 denomination. You mean 5 times play? Because that was an old favorite. That was an old favorite from 2004. My 2014 favorite was Wheel of Fortune, but 10 years before that, 5 times play was just, that's it for me. I just have a bunch of photographs that are kind of tucked away right now. I would show you my wins on those. Mostly because I won $5,400 on it. Great. Don't want to ask a hard question, but have you given back all of that $5,400 yet? I hope that you won again and again and again, though. Dancing Drum Prosperity. Yeah. I can believe it, Linda. Yep. AK Quake says Mustang Money. Yep. I think I have photos, a couple of these, but they're not prepared. They just got, Lots of Fun says they just got Buffalo Cash just outside high limits at Two Kings. That's in North Carolina, everybody. And it does have a wage saver option. Okay. And Tasha says, I used to like Five Treasures, but they are discontinued. Yeah. And I love Dancing Drums because I won my first and only jackpot in it. Yeah, I think it was somewhere around 50 or 60 hand pays on Wheel of Fortune, so I will forever be fond of them. But I do, when I go to other casinos and look at the Wheel of Fortune, I do look fondly at it, but it is not in the same highly visible areas as the ones, the actual machines I'm fond of. Robert says Harrah's Chester has Buffalo Cash in the high limits room. Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, I was using that as a illustrate something to going hunting for the progressives and how to win on them. And there goes somebody's car horn. And I was using it in Slots Labs to have people go hunt for it, and everybody was like, "We don't have them." So I had a machine that was so new that it was only at one casino and not at all the others. So now in Slots Labs, I asked you to tell me what machines you like, what progressive machines you like, and I have all kinds of casino data. I won't say where. I tell people in class. I have, let's see, May, June, July. So I have 1 year and 3 months worth of all the W2G hand pays that a casino has, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I have downloaded that data. It's freely available, but it's really hard to find. And they only show the last couple of weeks. But I've been collecting it with help for 15 months. And so if you ask me, you choose in Slots Labs, if you choose a machine, if you choose a machine that will tell that it's your favorite, then I will tell you what the data says. I won't give you the data, but I'll show you the graphs and I'll show you what all the progressives, of those many hand pays, which ones were progressives, and we can start tracking down the must hit by number on those machines, and as well as a shortcut, as well as a long way to do that. I think if you have taken my fundamentals Slots Labs, fundamentals 30 days to better play slots smarter and win, you understand the basic strategy, but there's just a whole bunch of advanced stuff that's in Slots Labs. But and I also want to mention, I think this might be the last time I offer it. It might possibly be something I do annually, uh, but if you ever wanted it, sign up. Uh, and I will let you know what's going on later. Love old style, not a fan of penny machines. I completely get it. Yeah, when I think about how my favorite slot machine has changed over time, I used to love physical real machines, and avoided video machines, the few video machines. But then, what was it, 2005? It just like swept through casinos, and now you can find in like places like Silver Legacy in Reno, you can see some of the old video machines, and you're like, wow, we didn't have very good resolution 15, 20 years ago, did we? Wow. And yeah, they still have some of those out. So we expect crystal clear, perfect vision, perfect resolution. And yeah, there's old video machines. Yeah. Homer says, I won thousands on Wicked Wheel in Tampa and several hundreds on different ones in Cherokee. Lots of the wins were 40-cent, 80-cent, $2.40 bet. Hand pay $3,000. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Some really love the bag game, pronounced Fuda Lele Boosted. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I have that one. Yeah, I've been researching into the depths of some of these. Let's see, that was food. Yeah, I don't have a picture of that one. Oh, yeah, I do. There's a dragon version and a panda version, right? So that's what it looks like here. Let me zoom that in and make it a little better. Yeah, okay. So let me share that and make myself small. Right, so there is that. And there's also a different kind of, that's the dragon version. And then there's also the panda version. Yeah, I know my slot machines. And yeah, these are both at Legends Bay. Yep. Yeah, awesome. So let's see what else. Chris says, oops, right there. Okay. Wicked winnings. Choi Sung returns with the Power Reels feature, so I can bet down to check if they have any line hits without paying full credit bets, and they can get but can get a full win on a single line. Chris H is a advantage player, and thank goodness we need advantage players. And Homer says, oh, and remember, John, last week when I was in Cherokee, someone hit on one of the ones that usually play while I was waiting to get. Yes, you told me all about that. We discussed your strategy next time. Yep. And Denise says, I guess to me, do you play lottery besides slots and odds? Besides slots or odds too high? So that's kind of a complicated question. In Ohio, there's 4 casino resorts, 7 slots parlors. The casino resorts have their own games and table games. The slots parlors only have slot machines based on the state lottery. But I don't think that's what you meant. And so I used to play the lottery. Which one was it? Which lottery is it that nobody won the $1 billion or the huge amount? So now it's gone over $1 billion. I should mention, we should talk about that for a second. My goodness. Yeah, $1 billion. My goodness. AK Quake. It says Timberwolf. Okay. As a slots channel owner, Slots of Fun says I do search Google Trends to see what people search for under slots to provide highly interesting game videos. Slots of Fun has his own channel. He's based in North Carolina, although he does go to Virginia. Yeah. Linda says, question, do you recommend playing the machines that you have won on when you return another day? Yeah, that's one strategy. In fact, it was awesome at Horseshoe Cincinnati. Later, I checked, later Jack Cincinnati, later at Hard Rock Cincinnati, all the same building, just new owners. That strategy worked great. Come back a week later, 5 minutes earlier, play through the same time period. It's kind of the unthinking way to win. And it doesn't have to be your win. It could be anybody else's win. Homer, that $10,000 somebody won, is it been a week? If you're back there at the same time, if you happen to be back there at the same, play through the same few minutes on that machine. Unless the person who won that 10,000 is a fan of mine and knows to come back. But then if you do, you have something to talk about. Come back a week later on your win or somebody else's win and play it again. It's the easy, don't have to think about it, a strategy. What's going on there, the part where you think about it, is highly visible machines. Yeah. But you don't have to look around. Don't have to look for the casino, the cafe is, whether the cafe is kind of like all the people eating in it can see out or not. What is going on. And all those things, it's a cognitive load. It's kind of like you have to look around and study, or just go back a week later, and after your win or somebody else's, and play it a few minutes earlier, same day. Yeah, and you don't have to think about it. You find a lot more of them if you think about it, but whichever. Have I ever played Double Diamond Deluxe? I $25. It sounds like you mean a $25 denomination. I like to limit myself to $5 denomination, either 3 or 5 credits. So 25 to or $10 denomination with 3 credits. So $25 bets total, not $25 denomination, to $30 bets, and mostly $5 denomination, $10 denomination. That's what I usually limit myself to. Otherwise, you pay $100 machines, and you have to bring a lot of money to be able to win. And sure, maybe you'll win a lot, maybe you won't. Maybe $100 machines, there's not a lot of them, and none of them are set up to be highly visible. So just because it's higher denomination, it's a perpetual myth that they have better odds. People say, well, I win more. And I'm like, but do you have better odds? Because those are two different things. Sorry, math, folks. Yeah, but if you win 2 cherries on a $100 machine or a $500 machine, that's a hand pay right there. Doesn't mean you made your money back. Mustang money, all Ainsworth when they hit. Okay. Homer says his wicked wheel is hot stuff. Okay. And Marine says love Eagle Bucks. Okay. Hey, Sugar Moon Garden. And Gina says really like Top Dollar and pinball. The $1 million Powerball. Okay, nobody won. Yes, Robert gets very enthusiastic with his all capital letters. John, how do you like living in Reno? I love being near my daughter. That's the reason I moved out here. Made that decision once I realized as an entrepreneur and not as an aerospace engineer. that 5-acre log home in Ohio and farmland with my little 2-acre forest on my 5-acre property was the only trees that weren't cut down. That really wasn't an entrepreneur's style home. Now, I got laid off 3 years ago. It's like in 6 days will be exactly 3 years since I've been laid off, and they got rid of 1 out of every 3 people. So I felt like they got rid of me. It's kind of throw out the baby with the bathwater. So I have basically been using my savings, making a little money, but basically using my savings to try out this Professor Slots things, try to help out as many people as I can. But the savings is gone, partly because I didn't get as much for my log home as my realtor said. Hey, Carrie, you finally got on. I'm so happy for you. And so the sale of the log home was going to give me another year. I was going to work out some issues with Professor Slots, like, for instance, getting Slots Labs up and running, which I did in January after moving here last October. So I'm living in Reno. I do enjoy having like 13 casinos within 5 miles. I'm still kind of like, and I haven't even taken advantage of $40, $80 daily flights to Las Vegas. Just pop down and pop back. I'd love to do that, but so basically, I'm running out of savings. Have run out of savings. And so as of today, I applied at Tesla. They took a couple of months to say no, never. You're too old. Not that they put it that way. They only want new hires. But I am happy in Reno. Saw my daughter yesterday. We'll see her again Thursday. It's just awesome. Her and her husband Joey. That's great. Let's see. Oh, sorry. One of the job applications came back saying, yes, we received it. So that's me and my daughter. And I'm so happy to be out here. But today I applied to 11 different engineering positions, see if they want a PhD. And because my savings is kaput, and I'll keep Professor Slots running, of course. But need to go back to having a day job, unfortunately. A well-paying day job. Anyway, happy for me. Thank you. Felix says my savings went to Vegas and I'm still playing, trying to win a jackpot or big hand pay. Let me know when in Vegas so you can coach me. Come up to Reno and I'll, I have a $500 1 hour coaching where I'll show you everything about the casinos that I know. If you choose to go to a casino that I don't know, it's only $250 and we'll learn together. Why would I want a job that only requires a GED and, if you're lucky, a high school diploma? Sorry, I'm going to change the world if you don't mind. Excuse me. I'm going to go back to changing the world with my degrees and some of the stuff that I did. No, guys, don't do that. Come on. Gotta throw a toy at one of them. My cats are kind of acting up. Undercover boss, is that what you're trying to say? That's one of the things I don't like. I mean, it would be shooting the whole Professor Slots business in the foot if I were to go get hired by a casino, right? And they would have me sign a non-disclosure agreement. Well, I couldn't tell them anything of what I saw. It's a standard thing. Slots techs are the same way. A slot tech telling you anything that's going on in a casino, is violating their contract. Although NDAs usually have like a 3-year limit. So if it's been 5 to 10 to 15 years since they worked as a slot tech, there's limitations on contracts. All part of what's going on here. And to help write your next book, there are going to be, I recently decided there will be next books, but we'll talk about that some other time. And these Tuesday night live streams are pretty late for a lot of people. On the East Coast, it's approaching 10 o'clock. And so I usually cut these pretty short, relatively. I'm not going to be going for an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is when my voice gives out, like I do so many other times on Saturday. So I will see you on Tuesday. What a great live stream. I'll see you on Thursday at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. In the meantime, I highly recommend that you watch this video on how to take advantage of a Lightning Link's Lucky Spin feature. Just remember to choose the ones that's highly visible. It's key. It's clutch.